The following is a live sports event on the Abernathy Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in to today's game, and a special thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. The Abernathy Independent School District, First State Bank, Clark Riley Insurance, Abernathy's First Baptist Church, Babel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, JC Refrigeration, Cooling and Heating, Has Beans Coffee, Hill Veterinary Services, Ty Horsford, Realtor, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, South Plains Auto Ranch, The Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, Nana's Donuts, and Nutrien Ag Solutions. To show your support of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes and become a sponsor on our broadcasts, contact us today at 806-773-4658. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast of this live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes. And good evening, Abernathy, Texas, and good evening, fans of the Lady Lopes and Antelopes, as good state of Texas, the Canadian Lady Wildcats. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford with you, high atop Joe Lombard Gymnasium here in Canyon, Texas, in what begins the second season, if you will. It is postseason basketball on the air tonight with the Abernathy Lady Lopes. Abernathy, they come into this ball game tonight at 11-12 overall on the season. They went 7-6 in District 2 3A play. That was good for a tie for third place in the district standings with the Childress Lady Bobcats, but unfortunately on Friday evening or Friday afternoon, the Lady Lopes dropped a seeding game to the Childress Lady Bobcats, which sent Childress to the postseason as the number 3 seed, and the Abernathy Lady Lopes into the postseason as the number 4 seed. And the prize for that, the top-ranked 31-1 Canadian Lady Cats. So obviously a very tall test tonight on the road in Canyon for the Abernathy Lady Lopes. But hey, it's why they lace them up. It's why they play the game. And thought a very wise comment from Coach Wayne Johnson as I was visiting with him for a few minutes prior to this one. He said, regardless of the outcome tonight, we want to be the team that works the hardest. You know what? That has been the mantra, if you will, of this Abernathy Lady Lope team all season long. And it's been a team that's played above themselves at times. It's been a team that has worked their tails off. They get after it. Coach Johnson has them playing hard. Just a very talented pool of teams on the girls' side of Class 3A in Region 1. And one of those teams, the number 1 ranked Canadian Lady Wildcats. One thing you know, Abernathy will not be intimidated tonight, you wouldn't expect, coming from a district where they played the likes of Shallowater and Idalou, who are both state ranked. But tonight it's the Abernathy Lady Lopes going to give the number 1 team in the land a shot on the road here at Canyon, a very legendary place for girls high school basketball, home of the Canyon Lady Eagles, who have numerous state championships. A lot of those coached by the legendary girls basketball coach Joe Lombard. The Canyon basketball program here on the girls' side now being led by his son Tate Lombard, and they won state just a year ago. And it does appear that we may be about to have the national anthem here prior to the tip-off between the Lady Lopes and the Lady Cats of Canadians. So let's swing it out to mid-court here for tonight's national anthem. And there you have it, the final notes of tonight's national anthem prior to the tip-off between number 1 Canadian and your Abernathy Lady Lopes. Again, welcome back here inside the Joe Lombard Gymnasium here in Canyon. As tonight now they are going to go through the starting lineup introductions out on the court. The Canadian Lady Cats will be the visiting team this evening, wearing their all-black unis, trimmed in white and gold. The Abernathy Lady Lopes tonight going to be donning the home white uniforms, and they are trimmed in maroon and black. So the stage just about set tonight for the Lady Lopes and the Lady Wildcats. The winner of tonight's by-district ball game will advance to the Class 3A area round playoffs, and they will have a date with the Littlefield Lady Wildcats in the second round of the Class 3A playoffs. Already know that, as Littlefield, a 68-30 winner over Kermit, the Lady Yellow Jackets, last night. Is a handful of playoff games being played last night, and that's in large part due to a shortage of officials in the West Texas region, and so they're trying to get all these games in. But tonight it's the Lady Lopes and the Canadian Lady Wildcats this evening from the Joe Lombard Gymnasium here on the campus of Canyon High School. The Abernathy Antelope boys also in action tonight. Unfortunately, not able to bring you their games. We're going to follow the playoffs, but a 7:30 tip for the Antelopes tonight in Idalou, their regular season finale with the Wildcats. As starters making their way out onto the floor for Canadian, it's number 20, Tinley Pennington, along with Briley Murkett. And also out there, Maddie Boyd. She's going to jump it in the center circle, along with Kennedy Cook on the floor as well for Canadian. And we will get to that other starter. It's Brooklyn Cochran, number 21. For the Lady Lopes, it'll be Carly Sandoval, along with Aubrey Teal, Kaylee Gerber, Leah Villarreal, and Charlie Chambers, the 5 on the floor for Abernathy. The opening tip is up. It is bounced around and controlled by the Lady Lopes, and Abernathy will have the basketball first. They'll work down at the goal to our left here in this first half. Guarded near midcourt is Villarreal. Almost had her pocket picked. She gets it on the wing to Aubrey Teal. Teal still with the basketball. Now she picks up her dribble. She hands it back over to Sandoval. Sandoval gets it to a cutting Villarreal, who puts it off the window. No good. A good look right there, but it wouldn't go down for Villarreal. And back the other way comes Canadian with the basketball. First offensive trip for the Lady Wildcats. On the right wing, it's Cook. Now back out top. Cook got it back. Dumping it inside, backing her way in off the glass. Off the mark, no good, is Maddie Boyd. And Villarreal has the backside rebound. She pushes ahead to Chambers, who was cutting towards the basket, but she can't handle the pass from midcourt by Villarreal. It's out of bounds, and it will be Canadian basketball in the backcourt with 7:08 left to play here in the opening quarter. Dribbling it across the timeline, all the way, nobody cuts off number 20. That's Pennington all the way to the glass, and she puts it off the window for the first bucket tonight. Back the other way, here comes Villarreal for the Lady Lopes. Across the timeline, guarded closely by Pennington. Hands it off to Aubrey Teal, who circles down the lane, puts it off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled away by Cochran. Cochran splits Lady Lope defenders, and across midcourt, Gerber almost poked it away. Canadian recovers, and the Lady Wildcats will have the basketball. 6:29 left to play here in the first quarter. 2-0 Canadian, and the pass to a cutting Cochran goes out of bounds as she can't track it down. It'll be Abernathy basketball in the backcourt with 6:24 left to play, as a full court press being put on now by the Lady Wildcats, and it's going to force a turnover, as I don't believe Canadian touched the inbounds pass. It's going to be Lady Wildcat ball under the basket. Another turnover by the Lady Lopes. They couldn't get it into Sandoval amidst the full court press. So Canadian will throw it in here under the basket, leading 2-0. As the Lady Wildcats get it into Pennington, who tries to work towards the basket, now dumps it inside. Boyd off the glass, no good as well. Tipped around. Boyd got her own rebound and follow shot misses everything. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Gerber, who gives it ahead to Villarreal. Here comes Abernathy into the half court. Villarreal being guarded out close. Now she picks up her dribble. Gets it to Sandoval, who kicks it in the corner. Gerber open for three. It's an air ball. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be Canadian basketball going the alternating way with 5:56 left to play here in the first quarter. As Gentry Chisholm checks into the ball game, we'll give Charlie Chambers an early break. Abernathy putting on a little bit of full court press, and Pennington will bring it up. Tinley Pennington across the timeline for Canadian. Kicks it on the right-hand side to Boyd. She goes back out top over to Cook. Cook, they dump it inside. Little turnaround shot there by Boyd, no good. And Abernathy not able to control the rebound. It'll stay Canadian basketball underneath their basket with 5:36 to play here in the opening quarter. Maddie Boyd will throw it in, and they get it in on the wing to Merkitt. Briley Merkitt dumps it into Boyd. Boyd, who goes back out on the wing to Pennington. Now on the wing near side Merkitt. They dump it back in. Boyd, turnaround shot, in and out and back in again, and it's 4-0. The Lady Wildcats have the lead. They put on some full court pressure. It backs off as Sandoval dribbles up. Across the timeline, Sandoval gets in the corner to Gerber. Back to Carly, top of the key. It's Gentry Chisholm with the basketball. Off the dribble, Chisholm gives it to Villarreal, had it poked away, got it back. Now she's going to drive down the heart of the lane, leaves it in the corner. Jump shot up off the mark by Teal, no good. She went and got her own rebound. Follow shot might have been fouled, no call. It's tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay Abernathy in the possession with 4:53 left to play in the first quarter. 4-0 Canadian, the lead. Abernathy a 3:07 scoring drought to begin this one offensively. Gerber looking to inbound it, goes to Chisholm, who goes off the window, no good, and the rebound goes to Boyd. Maddie Boyd will push it back up for the Canadian Lady Wildcats. She'll drive in, mid-range jumper off the glass and good. Another basket for Maddie Boyd, her second of the night, and it's a quick 6-0 lead. Across the midcourt stripe, here comes the Lady Lopes with the basketball as Riley White had it on the wing, and she fell down, lost her footing, and she traveled with the basketball. That's going to be a turnover on the Lady Lopes. It'll be Canadian once again to inbound in the backcourt. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 6-0, number one Canadian out in front of the Lady Lopes. Tinley Pennington brings it across the timeline. Pennington on the right wing. Bounces high post. Nice post move by Boyd. Off the glass too strong, but a good backside rebound and follow by Tana Davis off the bench. She's got a bucket to give Canadian an 8-0 lead. Into the half court, here comes Riley White. White off the dribble on the right-hand side, drives to the baseline, forces it up, no good, but she drew the contact to her, and Riley White will have a chance to put Abernathy on the board from the free throw line with 4:03 left to play here in this first quarter. As White eyes the basket, and her first free shot is on its way and good. And Abernathy's got their first point of the night. It is 8-1. White, typically a pretty good free throw shooter, has another one coming here for the Lady Lopes. She eyes the basket. It's up, and it's good. She got them both. It's 8-2. Lady Lopes within 6 here early on. Samantha Kriebel will bring it up. She's trapped on the right wing, almost throws it away, but she gets it to Pennington, who goes in the corner wide open for three. Off the front rim by Briley Merkitt. Backside rebound, though, goes to Kriebel, and Canadian will reset. Top of the circle for the Lady Wildcats. It's Pennington off the dribble. She leaves it on the right seam. Kriebel dumps it inside. Nice move to the basket by Maddie Boyd. Her presence inside being felt. She's got 6, and a 30-second timeout taken by Wayne Johnson and the Lady Lopes. It's 10-2, an 8-point early lead for top-ranked Canadian. You're going to have to find an answer inside for the Lady Wildcats. gives us a chance to say thank you to some of our sponsors, Hill Veterinary Services, along with Nana's Donuts, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, and St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, all proud supporters of the Abernathy Lady Lopes. Has Beans Coffee as well, a proud supporter of the Abernathy Lady Lopes. Out of the timeout, Abernathy will inbound it. They get it to White. A little bit of token pressure put on by Canadian as White brings it across the timeline. Riley White deep on the right-hand wing, dribbles top of the circle, kicks it over on the corner to Chambers. Chambers goes back out top to Riley. Off the dribble, White goes into the circle, down the right side, off the glass, and good. Good take there by Riley White, getting the bucket. She's got all four for the Lady Lopes here off the bench in the early going, and that's going to be almost a turnover as Gentry Chisholm knocks it away from Samantha Kriebel. Going the other way, it'll be Canadian basketball to inbound at midcourt. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Briley Merkitt will throw it in. She gets it in to Kriebel, who will bring it up. Across the timeline, crossover dribble, picked up by Chambers, top of the circle. On the right wing, now it's Merkitt, goes to Boyd, now back to Merkitt. Right wing, it's Kriebel with the basketball, dumps it inside to a double team. Boyd, who had it knocked away, ball loose on the floor. That's a jump ball. It's staying with Canadian. Good help defense there by the Lady Lopes to prevent Boyd from going up for the shot. And it'll be Canadian basketball underneath the basket on the possession arrow. Off the inbounds, it goes top of the circle. Now inside out, wide open look from deep in the left-hand corner. Off the mark by Kriebel, no good. Backside rebound by Gerber for the Lady Lopes. She gives to Sandoval. Carly Sandoval will push into the half court. She's double teamed. She goes over to White. White controls it top of the key. Slows it down just a little bit here. Right wing, now it goes to Sandoval. Sandoval skips it to Teal, who can't handle the pass. On the near side, it goes through her hands and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover by the Lady Lopes, and Canadian will get it back. 2:12 left to play here in the first quarter. 10-4, a 6-point lead for number one ranked Canadian. Sandoval picks up defensively in the backcourt. She's guarding Pennington. Tinley Pennington comes across and then deals it off on the near side wing to Cook. Dumping it into a triple team. Boyd down low. That leaves a wide open Tinley Pennington to knock in a three-pointer from the right wing. Abernathy tries to quickly push it the other way, and Canadian gets back defensively and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Abernathy basketball underneath the basket with 1:49 to play here in the first quarter. Gerber gets it into Teal. Aubrey Teal tried the crossover, and she just flat had her pocket picked and then committed a foul. It'll be Canadian basketball going the other way as the Lady Lopes commit their first foul of the night. And it will be Abernathy putting on a little bit of full court press here as Canadian looks to get it in. Tinley Pennington will bring it up. Press backs off. She beats Gerber across midcourt. Now it goes in the corner to Cook. Now top of the key, Davis. Tana Davis gives on the right-hand wing to Cochran. Now they reverse it back over to Cook. Cook dumps it inside. Double teamed, leaves another wide open look for Cochran on the wing. It's off the mark, no good. And the backside rebound taken away by Aubrey Teal for the Lady Lopes. Gives to Sandoval to Villarreal on the left-hand side across the midcourt stripe for Abernathy. In the corner, Sandoval. Sandoval backs her way in. Knocked to the floor. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay Abernathy. Letting them play here early on from the Joe Lombard Gymnasium here in Canyon. As Abernathy will throw it in underneath the basket here. As Gerber looking to get it in off the inbound. Ooh, how is that not a foul? As Charlie Chambers thrown to the floor, no call. And Canadians got it going back the other way. The Lady Wildcats get at a backdoor look off the window, no good for Pennington. Abernathy has the rebound. Leah Villarreal lobs it ahead in the corner to Gerber. Gerber gives back out top near midcourt to Leah Villarreal. Crossover dribble by Villarreal. She had it knocked out of bounds. It should stay Abernathy basketball, and it will. 39.4 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Substitutions for both teams. And Gentry Chisholm will throw it in near midcourt for the ladies. Gets it into Riley White, who has all 4 points here in this first quarter for the Lady Lopes. It goes on the left-hand side now to Aubrey Teal. Out top to White. White gets it to a cutting Villarreal, who puts it up, and it gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. And that is a jump ball. It'll be possession arrow Canadian on the alternating possession. That was a good look for Villarreal. She just couldn't quite get it up over the rim. And it will be Lady Wildcat basketball. Now the job of trying to get the ball unlodged between the rim and the backboard. They finally do so. And it'll be Canadian basketball in the backcourt with 26 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. 13-4. The Lady Wildcats out to the lead. Brooklyn Cochran brings it across midcourt off the dribble all the way down the right side, off the glass, no good. She was being trailed defensively by Gerber. Back the other way, here comes Abernathy on the wing. Gerber for three, got it! Kaylee Gerber from deep on the left-hand side. She knocks in a triple to cut it to a 6-point game. Abernathy putting on some full-court pressure. The mid-court shot at the horn off the mark by Kriebel, and that is how the first quarter will end. Abernathy trails Canadian 13-7 at the end of one quarter, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Lady Lope playoff basketball tonight from Canyon. Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs that you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. And once again, good evening, Antelope and Lady Lope basketball fans. Welcome back here to Canyon High School, the Joe Lombard Gymnasium tonight, where the Lady Lopes and the top-ranked Canadian Wildcats head to the second quarter this evening, 13-7. It's a 6-point lead for Canadian out of the gates in this one. Abernathy will inbound here to begin the second 8 minutes, though, as Abernathy looks to close the gap. Across midcourt, Villarreal hands it off to Teal. Aubrey Teal goes over on the right-hand wing. Out top of the circle, it's Chambers. Chambers looking for help, gets it to Sandoval on the right wing. Now left-hand side, Teal. Crossover dribble, Teal drives the lane, leaves it in the corner. Chambers will put up a three. Strong, no good. But down low, an offensive rebound, put back up and in by Kaylee Gerber. Gerber's got 5 in a row, and Abernathy on a 5-0 run to cut it to 4 here in the second quarter. Across midcourt, here comes Canadian with the basketball. Kriebel throws it away. Chambers the steal. She's got a wide open lane going the other way. And Charlie Chambers makes it a 7-0 Lady Lope run. And it's a 2-point ball game. Across the midcourt, a quick three at the other end is an air ball by Canadian. Off the hands of Briley Murkett. It's out of bounds off Abernathy. It'll still be Canadian basketball underneath with 7:04 to play here in the first half. And Abernathy on a 7-0 run to make it a 2-point ball game. Working it down low to Boyd. Boyd backs her way in off the glass and good. That's a good look from Maddie Boyd. Inbounds goes to Carly Sandoval. Sandoval brings it up in the corner. It goes to Gerber. Gerber goes back out top of the key. Villarreal off the dribble. She throws it away. It's stolen away by Boyd, and here comes Canadian. Gives it across midcourt to Tinley Pennington down the lane left-hand side. Leaves it in the corner out top of the key to Maddie Boyd. Straight on three, and it's back-to-back Canadian three-pointers. And just like that, the Lady Wildcats with the answer, and then almost a steal, and it is, in fact, a turnover in the backcourt as Villarreal had it knocked away by Pennington. It went off Villarreal, says the referee, and it will be Canadian basketball underneath the basket. As the Lady Wildcats look to get it in, out on the wing it goes to Boyd, who goes high post to Pennington, and then she'll bring it back out top and run the point. Pennington hands the ball off. Top of the key, Briley Murkett. Over on the wing now it's Kennedy Cook. Kennedy Cook guarded by Sandoval. Sandoval fights through a pick. Now back out top of the key, Maddie Boyd. Right-hand side, Cook. Back out top to Boyd. Skips it over to Pennington. Back out top. Good ball movement inside to Boyd. A tip pass back out on the wing. And it's a three-pointer by Cook that is short. And a foul on Canadian trying to get the rebound. And it'll be Abernathy basketball in the backcourt with 5:53 left to play here in the first half. And the Lady Lopes trail Canadian 18-11 here in the first half. Full court press going to be put on here by the Lady Wildcats as Abernathy gets it into Riley White, and promptly a foul on Tinley Pennington of Canadian. As she was guarding White just a little too close. That's the third team foul on the Lady Wildcats. And Abernathy will once again throw it in the backcourt. They again get it into Riley White, and White's going to dribble it up, guarded by Kriebel. White gets it across the timeline and then had Kriebel take it away from her, and a reaching foul on White trying to recover. As White lost it and out of frustration, reached up and tripped up Kriebel, who was going the other way. Can't do that. That's a foul on Abernathy, the second team foul on the Lady Lopes. Abernathy, pretty good defense on the inbounds. Canadian does get it in, however. And they'll go to work out near midcourt. Briley Murkett, crossover dribble on the wing, Maddie Boyd. Maddie Boyd looking for help, goes out top of the key, Cook. Left-hand side now, it goes over to Murkett. Murkett leaves it in the corner. Pretty good half-court defense being played right now by the Lady Lopes. Off the dribble, Cochran leaves it on the wing for Murkett. Murkett skips it over in the corner to Kennedy Cook. Kennedy Cook almost lost it, but got it to a cutting Brooklyn Cochran, who goes up for the shot, and she's fouled. It'll be the first free throws of the night coming up for the Canadian Lady Wildcats as Cochran heads to the line with 5:10 left to play here in the first half. First free shot by Cochran is good. It's 19-11. And she has another free throw coming. Brooklyn Cochran made both free throws as her second one is good as well. And Leah Villarreal gets the inbound. She gets it over to Riley White. White goes back to Villarreal across midcourt. She's trapped, kicks it over on the wing to Chambers, who dumps it inside. Teal off the glass. Good look for Aubrey Teal. Can't finish, and Abernathy called for a foul, trying to swipe the rebound away. It'll be Canadian basketball in the backcourt with 4:53 left here in the first half. And our score 20-11, Lady Cats. Off the inbounds, Kriebel will bring it up here for Canadian, guarded there by Villarreal across midcourt. Out near midcourt, now over on the wing, left-hand side, it's Murkett. Murkett goes around a pick, leaves it for a cutting Boyd, who made the pick on a nice little give and go. She can't finish underneath. And Coach Wayne Johnson says, give me a full timeout to try and figure some things out offensively. 20-11 our score. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Lady Lope Basketball. When it comes to banking, you want people that you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Lady Lopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2633. 2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank. And welcome back, Lady Lope basketball fans, inside the Joe Lombard Gymnasium tonight in Canyon, Texas, the legendary home of Canyon Lady Eagle basketball. As the Lady Eagles, you look up at the wall to our right and just banner after banner after banner. Lots of good basketball played here in Canyon over the years, and Abernathy out of the timeout will inbound it here, trailing 20-11 to the Canadian Lady Wildcats. Villarreal brings it up, kicks it in the corner. Now goes to Aubrey Teal on the right-hand wing. Off the dribble, now tried to get it in the corner to Chisholm. And she can't control it. It's out of bounds. It'll be Canadian basketball with 4:15 to play here until halftime. Lady Lopes trail by 9. Briley Murkett across midcourt. Picked up defensively there by Gerber. On the right wing, you go to Kriebel. Kriebel on the left-hand side. A nice hand for the effort there by Wayne Johnson from the bench. Top of the circle, 3. And getting free was Briley Murkett, and she knocks in another triple from the top of the key. And then on the inbounds pass, and it's an offensive foul on Riley White as she was being absolutely hounded by Samantha Kriebel, and she used the forearm to create space. She's called for an offensive foul, and Canadian will again have it underneath. Off the inbounds, it goes to Murkett, another 3 up, this one by Boyd. Off the mark, Canadian tracks down the long rebound, though. The Lady Wildcats will reset. Boyd drives the lane, has her shot blocked away by Teal. Abernathy doesn't have the numbers, but pushing it in transition. How about Leah Villarreal getting the bucket? Back down the other way for the Abernathy Lady Lopes, and they cut it to 10 at 23-13. Aubrey Teal, a reach-in foul on Maddie Boyd, who was bringing it up for the Canadian Lady Wildcats. 3:22 left to play here until halftime. Lady Lopes trail number 1 ranked Canadian by just 10. They've had an A for effort here in the first half. Have the Lady Lopes. You just want to continue to see them battle. Off the inbounds, it goes into Walser, who had it knocked away. It's lost and picked up by the Lady Lopes. Across midcourt, here comes Leah Villarreal. Villarreal splits the defense, and there's a foul on Canadian. It's either Kriebel, I think it's Kriebel, who's going to get whistled for her hand in the cookie jar, if you will. And it's going to be Abernathy basketball to inbound at midcourt. 23-13, Canadian on top by 10. Inbounds goes to Villarreal, left-hand side. It is Charlie Chambers, who a dangerous pass, knocked out of bounds, going the other way. It's off of Canadian, though. Abernathy's going to maintain the possession. Kaylee Gerber will throw it in front of the Canadian Lady Wildcat bench. Looking to get it in. Off the inbounds, they go to Sandoval. Sandoval to Leah Villarreal near midcourt. Villarreal hands the ball off to Aubrey Teal, who is being hounded out front, almost walked with the basketball and then has it stolen away by Cook on a bad pass. But then Canadian gives it right back on a bad pass going the other way. As trying to get it down in a hurry, pass goes behind Ella Walser and out of bounds. It'll be Abernathy ball in the backcourt. 2:46 left to play here until halftime. As Carly Sandoval will bring it across midcourt. Sandoval deep on the right-hand wing, now has it top of the circle. Sandoval hands it off to Villarreal. Villarreal gets it to a cutting Teal, who's double-teamed underneath. She needs help, and she gets it back out to Chambers, who goes to Villarreal. Right wing at Sandoval. She skips it over Gerber. Can she make it her second 3 of the night? She can. Kaylee Gerber from deep on the left-hand wing. And the Lady Lopes are within 7 at 23-16. Back the other way. Here comes Samantha Kriebel with the basketball. Kriebel gives it in the corner now to Walser. Walser off the dribble. Gives it out top to Kennedy Cook. In the corner it goes to Kriebel. Kriebel's got it deep on the left-hand wing. Under 2 minutes to play. Lady Lopes just down 7 here late in the first half. And Canadian almost throws it away again. It's tracked down in the corner, though, by Kriebel. Back out deep on the left-hand wing, it goes to Briley Murkett. Murkett hands the ball off to Tana Davis. Lost it, and Kaylee Gerber scoops it up for the Lady Lopes. Now they need help and gets the Sandoval across midcourt. Carly Sandoval drives in on the right side, almost lost it. Got it back, tries to dump it inside. Pass tipped and stolen by Canadian. Kennedy Cook pushes back the other way for the Lady Wildcats. She's trapped. She gets rid of it. Ball loose on the floor. It's out of bounds off Abernathy. Good hands and good effort defensively by the Abernathy Lady Lopes. And it'll be Canadian ball underneath with 1:12 left here in the first half. Lady Lopes trail number 1 Canadian 23-16. As the Lady Wildcats look into inbounds, that's a good look to Maddie Boyd, who gets it plus a foul off the inbounds. And Canadian an opportunity to push this lead back to double figures. (25-16) Canadian with just over a minute left here in the first half of the ball game. Maddie Boyd at the line for her and one free throw. It's up, it's good, and it's back to a 10-point lead. It matches Canadian's biggest lead here of the first half. An admirable effort here by the Lady Lopes in the first half of this one against top-ranked Canadian. Aubrey Teal looking to inbound it. Gets it into Gentry Chisholm, who goes to Villarreal. Like to see Abernathy finish this last 1 minute strong, and Villarreal in the backcourt is tied up. As she is tied up by Tinley Pennington. It's a jump ball, giving it back over to Canadian on the possession arrow. Kennedy Cook will throw it in. Out top of the key, it's Pennington. Pennington goes in the corner to Cook. Cook back out near midcourt, inside of a minute to play until halftime. On the right wing, Davis. Top of the circle now, it goes to Murkett. Works it down low. Double teamed and throwing it away is Maddie Boyd. Stolen by Riley White. White pushes ahead on the left-hand side. Gets it in the corner, and Abernathy will run their offense. Inside of 40 seconds to go. Riley White, the runner off the glass. It's everything but in. It rolls out, and Canadian comes back the other way. Pushes ahead to Cook, who drives inside. Has her shot rejected out of bounds. It'll be Canadian basketball underneath their basket with 25 seconds left here in the first half. Maddie Boyd will throw it in under the basket here for the Lady Wildcats. It goes into Kennedy Cook. Cook gives the top of the circle now to Murkett. Straight on three. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, and the putback by Cook is there. And it's a 12-point lead for Canadian. 10 seconds to go. Riley White pushes into the half court. She's got it on the wing, and she's fouled. A reach-in foul there on White, or as White was bringing it up, rather. It's just the 5th foul on Canadian. And it'll be Abernathy Gerber to throw it in front of the Lady Wildcat bench with 7.9 seconds left here in the first half. As Gerber looks to get it in, gets it to Riley White. 5 seconds, they got to go. Off the dribble, White. She leaves it in the corner. Villarreal, step back three. Off the mark as the horn sounds. That was a good look for the Lady Lopes, but it's 28-16, a 12-point lead for number 1 Canadian here at the halftime over the Abernathy Lady Lopes. Is a pretty good effort there in the first half by the Lady Lopes, keeping it within striking distance, but they've got themselves a 12-point deficit as we head to the locker room here at the intermission. Again, the Class 3A bi-district round of the girls' high school playoffs tonight from Joe Lombard Gymnasium here in Canyon. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, back with you in just a bit. We'll take our timeout and catch our breath here at halftime. You're listening to Abernathy Playoff Basketball. Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast. We are at halftime and will return to the air shortly. Tonight's game is sponsored and provided by the Abernathy Independent School District, First State Bank, Clark Riley Insurance, Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, the First Baptist Church, Ty Horsford Real Estate, JC Refrigeration, Cooling and Heating, Has Beans Coffee, Hill Veterinary Services, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, the South Plains Auto Ranch, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, Nana's Donuts, and Nutrien Ag Solutions. If you are interested in showing your support for the Antelopes and Lady Lopes and being a sponsor during our broadcast, call us at 806-773-4658. You can also rewatch this live broadcast by visiting this same YouTube channel. To stay up to date on all the latest news and broadcast information regarding the Antelopes, follow us on Facebook at Abernathy Antelope Sports, Broadcast Home. Again, we are at our halftime break, and we will return to the air shortly. Go Lopes! When it comes to banking, you want people that you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank in Abernathy. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Lady Lopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or simply give us a call at 806-298-2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop has been serving the Abernathy community since 1991. Todd and his team offers full-service funeral planning with love and compassion, while Carly and the crew at the Flower Shop can meet all of your needs from flowers to gifts to registries. Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop is locally owned and is a staple in the Abernathy community. Give us a call today to see how we can serve you. We are proud supporters of our Antelopes and Lady Lopes, and we wish them the best of luck this season. The Abernathy Independent School District is a shining light in West Texas. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the state and national level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H, band, and so much more. At Abernathy ISD, we offer a wide variety of dual credit and other academic opportunities. Leading the way into the future, at Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our heart is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday morning worship at 10:45, with Sunday school beginning at 9:30. We also offer a variety of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night adult and youth Bible study at 6 p.m. We would love to welcome you and your family at Abernathy's First Baptist Church. Feel free to drop by our office at 411 7th Street or give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud to support our young people, and we are cheering the Lopes and Lady Lopes on this year. Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs that you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you're looking for a used car, there's no need to search far and wide. Just pay your friends at the South Plains Auto Ranch a visit in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch can find you the perfect vehicle to meet your needs, and with their buy here, pay here mentality, buying a car or truck has never been easier. Give us a shout today at 806-298-2200 or come see us on South Avenue D in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch is backing the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season. In today's competitive real estate market, you want someone fighting for you. Ty Horsford is a licensed realtor in Texas and is proud to serve the people of Abernathy and the surrounding area with all of their real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just want to know what your property is worth, give Ty a call today at 806-773-4658. Ty Horsford Real Estate is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Lopes and Lady Lopes. If you are in need of heating and air services on the South Plains, your only call needs to be to JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating. We've got the experience and professionals to handle all of your needs, as we specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. To find out how we can serve you with your heating and air needs, give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come by and see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes throughout the 2021-22 school year. As a leader in the agricultural industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future, with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are all equipped with experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful, blessed year. Thanks again for listening. We are at halftime and will return to the air shortly. And once again, good evening, Abernathy, Texas, and good evening, fans of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. Welcome back here inside the Joe Lombard Gymnasium in Canyon, Texas tonight. Home of the Canyon Lady Eagles typically, but tonight playing host to the Class 3A Region 1 by-district round of the girls' high school playoffs, where tonight, as we get set to start the third quarter, your Lady Lopes, despite an admirable first-half effort, trail number 1 ranked Canadian 28-16 here as we begin quarter number 3. Expect the starters to be on the floor for both teams. As it looks that way for Canadian and for Abernathy as well, it's Charlie Chambers, Leah Villarreal, Carly Sandoval, Kaylee Gerber, and Aubrey Teal on the floor for the Lady Lopes. Abernathy will have the possession as we switch ends. Lady Lopes, wearing the white unis, will work at the goal to our right here in the second half. Near midcourt, Villarreal bounces it over to Aubrey Teal. Teal gives it to Sandoval. Sandoval on the right wing. It goes back to Leah. Gets it to Gerber, who tries a 3. She's short on this one. She hit 2 first-half threes for the Lady Lopes. Back the other way. Here comes Canadian. Brooklyn Cochran had her pocket picked. Aubrey Teal the steal, going the other way. Teal leaves it for Sandoval in the free throw circle. Back out top of the key, Gerber. On the right-hand wing, Teal will try a 3. The bank is open. Give her some cash. It's a 3-pointer for Aubrey Teal, and Abernathy back to within single digits. Across midcourt, here comes Canadian. Over on the right-hand wing, it's Briley Murkett. Top of the key, it's Maddie Boyd. Now they kick it left-hand side. Back out top, they work it inside out. Boyd gives on the wing, Pennington. Down low again to Boyd. Shot no good. Follow shot no good, but a foul. And it'll be free throws coming for Kennedy Cook and the Canadian Wildcats. Abernathy trailing 28-19 here early in the third quarter. As Cook eyes the basket for her free throw. It's good. It's back to a 10-point Lady Wildcat lead. Cook's second free shot is up, and it is off the back iron. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Charlie Chambers. She gets it ahead to Sandoval. Sandoval brings it up into the half court for the Lady Lopes. Picks up her dribble. Now she's in trouble. She's knocked to the floor. Gives it over, though, to Gerber at the timeline. Kaylee Gerber looking inside, taking things in. What's she going to do with it? Bounces it high post. Chambers backs her way in. Chambers now needing a friend. Goes back out to Sandoval. Sandoval dribbles it back near midcourt. Now she dribbles across the timeline. Sandoval off the dribble, drives to the right-hand wing, kicks it over, pass almost stolen. Charlie Chambers battling for it with Briley Murkett. I think it's out of bounds off Murkett. It'll still be Abernathy basketball. 6:12 left to play here in the third quarter. 29-19, Canadian leads by 10. Deep on the left-hand wing, it is Sandoval. She is being absolutely hounded out front. Gives it to Villarreal on the right wing. Good tight perimeter defense being played by the Lady Wildcats. Trying to drive in is Villarreal. She keeps the possession. Now gives to Gerber, and it's knocked out of bounds by Pennington. Canadian very handsy on defense, but they're letting them play here both ways so far tonight. Off the inbounds, they get it on the right wing to Sandoval. Sandoval off the dribble, can't go baseline. Picks up her dribble, she bounces it to Aubrey Teal. Teal on the right-hand side, dribbles down the heart of the lane, floater off the glass, no good. And the rebound cleared out by Kennedy Cook. She fires it ahead. Gerber got in the passing lane and stole it check that, that's Chisholm in the lane, stealing it in transition for the Lady Lopes. Back on the right wing, Sandoval tries the three. It's an air ball. A rebound saved by Aubrey Teal and picked up by Gerber. Gerber fires down low, tried to get it to Teal, and she had it knocked away by Maddie Boyd and out of bounds off Canadian. It'll be Lady Lope basketball underneath with 5:14 to play here in the third quarter. Kaylee Gerber will throw it in here for the Lady Lopes in the corner. Chisholm wide open for three. She cans it. Lady Lopes staying within shouting distance. It's 29-22. Into the half court comes Tinley Pennington. Gives over on the wing, Murkett, Briley Murkett, mid-range jumper, partially blocked. It's out of bounds off Canadian. It'll be Lady Lope basketball with 4:58 left here in the third quarter. And the Lady Lopes hanging tough with number one ranked Canadian. Off the inbounds, Canadian putting on some full court pressure, and it's knocked out of bounds by Pennington. It'll be Abernathy basketball in the back court. Gentry Chisholm looking to throw it in. They get it to Villarreal, who beats the defender into the half court. Villarreal down the lane. In the corner, Chambers go in ball. A three is off the mark, no good. But Charlie's fouled. And Chambers will go to the line for three. And Abernathy can cut into a 7-point game with 4:47 to play here in the third quarter. As Chambers trying to inch Abernathy closer. Eyes the basket. Free shot is up, and free shot is good. And it's 29-23. The Lady Lopes are within 6. Closest they've been since early in the basketball game. Second free shot off the back iron for Charlie. She's got another one coming with 4:47 left to play here in the third. Third free shot coming here by Chambers. In and out, no good. She just got one of three, but it does pull Abernathy within 6 at 29-23. Into the half court. Here's Merkitt. Merkitt leaves it on the wing. Now out top. Now it goes to Pennington. Top of the key. They work it down low. Knocked away by Aubrey Teal. She partially blocked the shot of Maddie Boyd. Abernathy pushes it back, but not able to control it is Villarreal at midcourt. It's stolen away by Canadian. And the Lady Wildcats will go to work down the lane, left-hand side. And the layup good by Tinley Pennington. And a quick timeout taken by Canadian with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. Let's see if this is a 30 or a full. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Lady Lopes hanging tough, down 8. If you're looking for a used car, there's no need to search far and wide. Just pay your friends at South Plains Auto Ranch a visit in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch can find you the perfect vehicle to meet your needs, and with their buy here, pay here mentality, buying a car or truck has never been easier. Give us a shout today at 806-298-2200 or come see us on South Avenue D in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes this season. And welcome back here inside the Joe Lombard Gymnasium tonight in Canyon, Texas. Voice of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes, Ty Horsford, back with you tonight. And I tell you what, those Abernathy Lady Lopes giving number 1 ranked Canadian a handful right now in the third quarter. It's 31-23, an 8-point lead for Canadian. Abernathy out of the timeout will have the basketball in the backcourt. You just want to continue to battle if you're the Lady Lopes. Abernathy tries to bring it up. It's a steal on the press, though, as stolen away by Pennington. In the corner, Pennington, head fake, dumps it inside off the glass and good. As Maddie Boyd gets a bucket down low and pushes the lead back out to 10 for the Lady Wildcats. They're putting on some full court pressure into the half court. Villarreal off the dribble, gives it to Sandoval. Sandoval on the right-hand wing, she's fouled. I tell you what, that is a tenacious perimeter defense by Canadian. For the most part, Abernathy has handled it fairly well, despite some scary moments. Lady Lopes will inbound it in front of the bench. Ooh, off the inbounds. Tried to fire it to Aubrey Teal. Is right idea by Chambers, but too tall and too much on that one. It'll turn it over, and it will be Canadian basketball in the backcourt with 3:42 to play here in quarter number 3. Off the inbounds. They get it to Samantha Kriebel. Kriebel brings it up, gives it on the right-hand wing now to Pennington, who drives in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Working it around the perimeter are the Lady Wildcats. Out top of the key, it is Kriebel. Now gives it over on the wing to Davis, who leaves it back out for Beatty. Now kicks it across in the corner, open 3 off the front iron, no good by Kriebel. Wanting to run is Sandoval. Through traffic, leaves it back out for Villarreal. Top of the arc, three-pointer is off the mark, no good. And it's out of bounds, back to the Lady Wildcats with 3:01 to play here in the third quarter. 33-23, number 1 Canadian leads Abernathy by 10. And off the inbound pass, a foul called on Carly Sandoval for the Lady Lopes as she gave a little love tap to Samantha Kriebel. Once again, Canadian will throw it in the backcourt. Lady Wildcats looking to get it in. They get it to Berkeley Beatty, who's being hounded by Riley White across midcourt. And Wiley just flat out picked her pocket and tried to keep it from going out of bounds. She couldn't, but a good hustle by Riley White to nearly cause a Canadian turnover. And Canadian will throw it in the half court. 2:50 to play here in the third quarter. Off the inbounds, they get it to Maddie Boyd, who quickly gives it to Merkitt. Merkitt dribbles top of the circle. Merkitt tried to back her way in, leaves it in the corner for Kriebel. Kriebel dumps it in the short corner to Maddie Boyd, who goes strong to the glass. Count it in the foul. Boyd's had a big night for Canadian. That matches Canadian's biggest lead of the night now at a dozen. And Boyd will go to the line, a chance at a three-point play. Maddie Boyd is at the line. Free shot good. She completes a three-point play, and just like that, it's the biggest lead of the night for Canadian. That's how quickly they can strike. It's 36-23. 2:31 to play here in the third. Across the midcourt stripe is Riley White. She forces the action, and she draws a foul on Canadian. I like Abernathy's aggressiveness at times here in this ball game, not backing down from the top-ranked team in the state. Underneath, looking to throw it in here is Gerber. Off the inbounds, Gerber tries to go to White, overthrew her, but Sandoval tracks it down. Sandoval's got it at the timeline, goes around to Pitt, kicks it in the corner for Gerber. Gerber goes back out top, Riley White. White will attack, leave it in the corner for Kaylee Gerber. Gerber off the dribble, guarded there by Merkitt. And she tries to get it down low to Teal, and a foul called on Canadian. Fourth team foul on the Lady Wildcats. And the Lady Lopes will throw it in under the basket with 2:05 left here in the third quarter. Chambers off the inbounds, looking for Abernathy. Goes out to Villarreal on the wing. Villarreal strong with the ball. Right-hand side, Riley White. Three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Canadian. And a good hustle. Chambers almost got to it for Abernathy. And that's a walk on the other end as Samantha Kriebel drags the pivot foot and turns it over for the Lady Wildcats. And it'll be Lady Lope basketball in the backcourt. As we go inside of 3 minutes to play, Riley White dribbles it all the way. Nobody cuts off Riley White, but she misses the bunny from the right-hand side. And back the other way comes Merkitt. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Lopes, and then it's a three at the other end by Briley Merkitt from the top of the key. And just like that, it's 39-23. Into the half court comes Riley White with the basketball. Gives it to Villarreal. In the corner, it goes to Chambers. Her pass across the lane stolen. It leads to a run out for Canadian, but missing the layup is Davis. And it's out of bounds off of, they're going to say Riley White touched it last. And it'll be Canadian ball underneath the basket. 1:13 to play in the third as timeout taken by Coach Johnson and the Lady Lopes trying to stop the bleeding. It is a 9-0 run now by number one Canadian. A full timeout, we'll take it as well, 39-23. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our heart is to love God, love people, and tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday morning worship at 10:45 with Sunday school beginning at 9:30. We also offer a variety of kids and youth activities, as well as Wednesday night adult and youth Bible study at 6 p.m. We would love to welcome you and your family at Abernathy's First Baptist Church. Feel free to drop by our church office at 411 7th Street or give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud to support our young people, and we are cheering the Lopes and Lady Lopes on this year. And welcome back here inside the Joe Lombard High School Gymnasium in Canyon, Texas. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, back with you tonight. 39-23, top-ranked Canadian leading the Abernathy Lady Lopes as Canadian will have the ball to inbound under their basket with 1:13 left to play here in the third quarter. They inbound it for Maddie Boyd. Boyd, high post jumper, good. Nice mid-range game there by Boyd. and it's the biggest lead of the night for Canadian at 41-23, and the Lady Wildcat run is now 11-0 after Abernathy had cut it to a 7-point ball game midway through this third quarter. Across midcourt comes Leah Villarreal. She skips it over. She throws it behind Carly Sandoval. It's out of bounds. Nice grab by Coach Wayne Johnson over there on the bench, but it's another Abernathy turnover, and it'll be Lady Cat basketball in the backcourt with 56.2 left to play here in the third. 41-23, Lady Cats now leading Abernathy by 18 points. Cross midcourt is Kriebel. Kriebel on the right-hand wing. Bounces high post, got it back. Deep on the right-hand side, leaves it out top for Boyd. Right wing in the corner, it's Brooklyn Cochran. Now back out top, the big girl, big man, if you will. Straight on three, Maddie Boyd from the top of the key, off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Sandoval, and she is being ridden the whole way up the floor, and a foul finally called on Canadian. Fifth team foul on the Lady Wildcats. It'll be Abernathy basketball as neither team in the bonus yet as we play in the final half minute of the third quarter. Leah Villarreal's got it out near midcourt. Crossover dribble. Villarreal, she's about to get called for 5 seconds. If she doesn't get out of there, she does. On the wing, and it's a 5-second call on the Lady Cats. Coach Johnson not happy with the call. Off the inbounds, Canadian gets it in, and they'll bring it up. 10 seconds to go. On the left-hand side, it's Tana Davis. She gets it in the short corner. Nice move by Chisholm. Goes Maddie Boyd, and she lays it in, and that's how the third quarter will end. It's a 13-0 run by number one Canadian to close out the third quarter and maybe close out the Lady Lopes. It's 43-23 at the end of three. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Lady Lope basketball.
Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop has been serving the Abernathy community since 1991. Todd and his team offers full-service funeral planning with love and compassion, while Carly and the crew at the Flower Shop can meet all of your needs, from flowers to gifts to registries. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop is locally owned and is a staple in the Abernathy community. Give us a call today to see how we can serve you. We are proud supporters of our Antelopes and Lady Lopes, and we wish them the best of luck this season.
And once again, good evening and welcome back here to Canyon High School. Final 8 minutes of the night as we head to the fourth quarter of this Class 3A by district tilt. Number one Canadian has now opened up a 43-23 lead on the heels of a 13-0 run to close out that third quarter. Lady Wildcats also with the basketball as we begin this fourth quarter. Maddie Boyd on the right-hand wing, skips it over to Cook. Cook drives in, backs her way in on Villarreal. Now back out Pennington. Nice wall off defensively by Sandoval. Inside it goes to Boyd. Boyd had her pocket stripped away by Charlie Chambers. Ahead in the corner, Gerber for three. She misses everything, no good. And she's got a couple of threes tonight. That one was off, and trying to run it out, going the other way. Charlie Chambers catches up and knocks it out of bounds. And it'll be Lady Cat basketball under the basket with 7:21 to play. Off the inbounds, they get it in to Briley Murkett. Murkett, she might have gotten away with a walk. Splits the defense, layup short. Got her own rebound, and Murkett sticks it back up and in. It's a 15-0 run, and it's 45-23. Into the half court comes Sandoval for the Lady Lopes. Abernathy may have finally run out of gas. I tell you what, this team giving all they got tonight, but just hasn't been enough. And Aubrey Teal goes backcourt. A backcourt violation there, and Abernathy's going to turn it over. And it's going to be Canadian ball again as the wheels just kind of coming off a little bit now for the Lady Lopes, who had this at a 7-point game midway through the third quarter. On the wing, it's Kennedy Cook. She skips it over now to Briley Murkett. Murkett off the dribble, leaves it in the corner for Cochran. Cochran left-hand side for Boyd. Maddie Boyd crossover dribble in the lane. She almost had her pocket pick. Good hands there by Villarreal. Ball loose on the floor. That's a jump ball. And it's going to be Abernathy basketball on the possession arrow. So despite being down 22, the hustle still there for Abernathy. And the Lady Lopes will inbound it in the backcourt. 45-23, our score here in this Class 3A by district tilt. Across midcourt, now here's Riley White. Off the dribble, White leaves it for Gerber. Gerber out top to Chisholm. Chisholm looking for help, top of the key. Gentry Chisholm now on the dribble drive, leaves it in the corner. Riley White heaves up a three that's an air ball. Out of bounds, last touch by Canadian. And it'll be Lady Lope basketball underneath the basket. Tinley, check that. Gerber will throw it in, gets it to White. Mid-range jumper by White. Off the glass, no good. Maddie Boyd, the rebound. Here comes Canadian. Outlet ahead. They want to run. Davis lays it up, no good, but a foul. And free throws coming for Tana Davis. .552 left to play here in this Class 3A by district final. As Davis's first free shot is off the back iron, Kling, no good. And she has another one coming. Second free shot off the back iron, no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Gentry Chisholm for the Lady Lopes. She gives to Sandoval, and across midcourt, Abernathy throws it away. Sandoval tried to get it to Riley White on the wing and led her too far and out of bounds. And it again will be Canadian basketball in the backcourt with 5:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. As Tinley Pennington brings it up, her pass almost swiped away. Good hustle by Chambers. Again, Canadian looking to get it in. Still looking. Gets it into the free throw line. It goes to Davis. They go back out on the wing as we go inside of 5.5 to play in the ball game. Left-hand side, it's Kennedy Cook. They work it inside now to Boyd. Nice post move by Maddie Boyd. And she puts it off the window and good. This has been quite the Canadian run, as I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is a 16-0 run from midway in the third quarter on. Gentry Chisholm tries to stop it. Her three in the corner is off the mark. No good, but Leah Villarreal, the follow, counting a foul for Leah. That'll stop the bleeding momentarily, and Villarreal will go to the line and a chance at a three-point play. It's 47-25. As Villarreal a chance to complete a three-point play here with 5:04 to play in the game. Villarreal eyes the basket. Her free shot, she left it short, no good. Cook the rebound. Gets it ahead to Kriebel. Into the half court comes Canadian. Briley Murkett left-hand side. Back out top to Kriebel. Kriebel off the dribble. Now has it on the right wing. Kicks it top of the circle to Briley Murkett. They work it inside. Nice pass across the lane by Boyd. Gets it out in front of the basket to Cook, who misses it from the short-range jumper. And back the other way comes Abernathy with the rebound. 4.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Leah Villarreal near midcourt. Off the dribble, goes around a pick, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Tana Davis for the Lady Wildcats. And it will be Lady Lope basketball, rather. 4:24 to play here in the ball game. Off the inbounds, Abernathy, that should be a foul, absolutely. as Maddie Boyd throws Aubrey Teal to the floor. And that'll be the 7th foul on Canadian. So Teal will go to the line. 1-and-1 free throws coming here for the Lady Lopes. Chance to cut into a 22-point lead for Canadian. As the first free shot rolls around and drops in for Teal, and it's 47-26. Second free shot by Teal is on its way and good. Got them both. It's a 20-point game and a 4-0 Antelope run, answering a 16-0 Canadian run. Back the other way. Here comes Kriebel across the timeline. Leaves it on the right-hand side. Now out top of the key. Right-hand wing. Now it goes to Kriebel. Kriebel off the dribble. Has it top of the circle. Canadian lets it run inside of 4 minutes to play. Left-hand side, it's Cook. Cook dumps it inside, almost stolen by Charlie Chambers, and they're going to get her with a foul. She doesn't believe it. And it is going to be the 5th foul on Abernathy. Briley Merckett will throw it in under the basket here for Canadian with 3:54 left to play. Briley Merckett off the inbounds, gets it to Kennedy Cook, who dumps it inside. Now in the corner, a quick three up off the mark, no good by Kriebel. Follow shot, no good. And what do we got? A foul on Abernathy on the putback. It'll send Canadian to the line for 2 shots. As Maddie Boyd heads to the stripe for the Lady Wildcats. Boyd eyes the basket. Her free shot is good. 48-27. Second free shot up and good as well. Boyd got them both. She's been a tough matchup tonight down low for the Lady Lopes. She's had a big game for the Lady Wildcats. Abernathy trying to get it across midcourt. They get it down. Chisholm kicks it over. They run the press break, and Gerber gets the layup for Abernathy at the other end. And then Abernathy doesn't get back defensively, and a mid-range jumper by Briley Merckett going the other way is good. And a quick timeout taken by Canadian. We'll take it as well. You're listening to Abernathy basketball.
If you are in need of heating and air services on the South Plains, your only call needs to be to JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating. We've got the experience and professionals to handle all of your needs, as we specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. To find out how we can serve you with your heating and air needs, simply give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come by and see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes throughout the 2021-22 school year.
Out of the timeout, Lady Lopes bring it up. In the corner, it goes to Gentry Chisholm. She drives baseline, kicks it across, tracked down by Sandoval. She dribbles to the free throw line, leaves it out for Aubrey Teal, who hits it off the back iron on a three-pointer. No good. Chambers tips the rebound, keeps it alive. Gerber inside to Teal. Her shot is blocked out of bounds. As that time, Charlie Chambers took a shot to the mouth as she's checking for blood, as she got hit in the lip pretty good right there. It'll be Abernathy basketball underneath as Abernathy continues to battle. Gerber will throw it in for the Lady Lopes. Still looking. Tries to get it out top. Pass deflected and stolen. Going the other way, Cochran. Down the lane, Abernathy caught up defensively and knocked it out of bounds, or stole it away and was standing out of bounds maybe with Sandoval, and it'll be Lady Cat basketball under their basket, but good hustle nonetheless there by Abernathy with 2:48 to play. Off the inbounds, they get it into Boyd. Abernathy, no answer down low for Maddie Boyd. And it's 53-29. Across the timeline, here comes Sandoval. She gives to Villarreal, who tries to throw it on the right wing, and Abernathy turns it over. An unforced error, and back the other way comes Maddie Boyd. She's got it on the wing. Out top of the circle, it goes to Briley Murkett. That's a long-range three, and she tickles the twine. A three-pointer, and all of a sudden, this is a 27-point lead for number one Canadian. A game that was just 7 points midway through the third quarter as Canadian knocks it out of bounds in the half court. It's been quite the run for number one Canadian since Abernathy hit a three-pointer to cut it to a 7-point ball game midway through the third period. Off the inbound, Sandoval looking to get it in, skips it over to Gerber. Now high post is Teal from the free throw line. Shot up and good. Aubrey Teal gets the nice mid-range jumper to cut it to 56-31 inside of 2 minutes to play into the half court. Over on the wing now it's Cochran. Out top, straight on three. Off the mark, no good by Kriebel. Rebound is maybe a jump ball here, I think. And the possession arrow going to keep it with the Lady Wildcats with 1:41 to play here tonight in the basketball game. As subs galore for Canadian for this final 1 minute and 41 seconds. The Canadian Lady Wildcats are going to take their number one ranking into the area round of the playoffs where they'll meet where they will meet Littlefield, rather, on Friday night. It'll be the battle of the Lady Wildcats. As Canadian with the basketball, 90 seconds to play. On the left-hand side, it's Beatty. Beatty kicks it over on the right wing, now to Walser, who drives in the lane. It's another jump ball. And Abernathy's going to get this one on the possession arrow. And obviously, you hate to see the season end for the Abernathy Lady Lopes as Canadian continues to press as the inbound pass is knocked out of bounds. As substitutions into the game here for the Lady Lopes as well. Kylie Patterson checking in. She inbounds it to Sandoval. Sandoval will bring it up also in. Avery Harris for the Abernathy Lady Lopes. Across midcourt on the right wing is Sandoval. Now gets it to Patterson. Kylie Patterson drives baseline, floater, good! Kylie Patterson gets the bucket for the Lady Lopes, and love to see that off the bench. And it's 56-33. As Canadian brings it back the other way, driving down the lane. Floater by Beatty, no good, but a foul. And Beatty will go to the line for the Lady Wildcats with 53 and a half seconds to play. But you hate to see it end, especially for the seniors. But Abernathy going to be finishing up their season here tonight. And I will say this. Actually, I think they called that, did they call that an offensive foul? I believe, on Canadian. So the Lady Lopes are actually going to get it back with 53 and a half seconds left to play. As there may be a quick discussion at the scorers table who this foul was actually on. But tell you what, this Lady Lope team, they were just dealt a tough hand in Class 3A Region 1 of girls basketball. It is just ridiculously good as there's a foul on Canadian on the inbounds. We'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws here. It'll be 1-1 for the Abernathy Lady Lopes. But this is a team under first-year head coach Wayne Johnson, impressed with the job that him and Coach Shipman and Coach Bloskis have done with this group, because I tell you what, they have left it all on the floor. And really, the second half of district plays, the free shot off the mark by Sandoval, an offensive rebound by Gerber, and it's knocked out of bounds by Canadian. But Abernathy just, they played with a lot of heart. They've played with a lot of fight. And just like you've seen in the ball game tonight, for 2.5 quarters, they gave the number one team in the state all they wanted. Is this was a 7-point game with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. The final score may not show that, but it's a team that has played for each other, and they've played hard. And in talking to Coach Johnson, that's all he could ask for him. And I think he's going to, when he evaluates this season, will realize he has gotten that from his ball club. As Abernathy misses the shot, and Canadian turns it over, going back the other way with 31 seconds to play. So all that to say is Abernathy is going to see their season end tonight, but it's not because of a lack of effort and a lack of heart. And it's been inspiring to watch at times this year for the Abernathy Lady Lopes as they finished in a third-place tie in the district. And then obviously they lost that seeding game on Friday. But again, something to build off of for Coach Johnson and the Lady Lopes. Avery Harris has it top of the circle. She now dribbles on the left-hand side. Harris trying to drive her way in, and it's knocked out of bounds, I think, off Canadian. And Kylie Patterson will throw it in. She tries to get it, and eventually she does after it's deflected, gets it to Gerber. 19 seconds to go. Out top of the key, it is Carly Sandoval. Final maybe possession of the year for the Lady Lopes. Kylie Patterson has it knocked away, gets it in the corner, ball batted around, it's out of bounds. Off of Abernathy with 6.8 seconds left. 56-33 our score. Off the inbounds, Leah Villarreal stole it for Abernathy. 3 seconds, puts up the shot. It is no good, and that is how this one will end. A hard-fought effort by the Abernathy Lady Lopes will come up short, 56-33, to the number one ranked team in the state, the Canadian Lady Wildcats. It's a 23-point win for Canadian, and they will advance to the area round where they will battle Littlefield on Friday night. Unfortunately, the Lady Lopes see their season end tonight. But again, it was a fun team to watch, and I look forward to seeing how the Lady Lopes can build off of this heading into next year. But the final score here tonight, Lady Lopes fall 56-33 to number one Canadian on the road in Canyon at the Joe Lombard Gymnasium. I tell you what, we got to get out of the way tonight as we've got Bushland and Childress waiting to play the second half of this girls' playoff doubleheader here tonight from Canyon. So we'll next be in action next Monday or Tuesday with the Abernathy Antelopes as they begin the Class 3A